Let's
Hello
do
and
this.
welcome back to Materia Girls podcast. I am Luna.
And I'm MJ. Hello.
How are you guys today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are having a splendid November day. It's the 19th today.
Wow, it's
We're
the
recording
19th.
really late today. This episode comes out tomorrow,
Yeah, yes.
but it's okay.
Um, yeah, but it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. Listen,
We've been
busy,
busy. I've
busy
been
weeks.
busy. I've been
Busy
busy.
weeks, and you went on your boat extravaganza.
It was
Your
amazing.
yacht extravaganza,
It was
and I
so much
can't wait to
fun.
hear about it. I've literally tried not to talk to you because I was like, I don't want to hear anything about it until we talk about it today.
Yeah, well, I have plenty to talk about, so.
Yes. Yeah, but it's the week of Thanksgiving next
It
week.
is. I literally realized that yesterday while I was on stream. I was playing the new Pokemon game, which, by the way, guys, is so much fun.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it. It's definitely. I feel like people who are new to Pokemon are like they have a lot of complaints about the game because they don't
Mhm.
understand that like Pokemon is that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Pokemon has never been known for having like good graphics and like pristine, well finished games. It's never
Yeah.
been like that. There's always something where you look at it and you're like, well, that looks kind of empty. Like
Yeah.
every single town you go into in any Pokemon game, there's like 3 houses, okay? It's
It's true.
Pokemon. That's just the way that it is. They've always been like that. We just don't expect a whole lot like that. But this game is so fun. It's so good. I absolutely love it so much. I'm so excited to play more. I'm like gonna just
Is it like the rest of the games where you just like collect Pokemon, catch Pokemon, and
yeah, it's the
and
same.
and
It's Pokemon. It's a Pokemon game. So
yeah,
yeah, it's the goal is to like get through the gyms. There are new
yeah,
goals and it is an open world game. So you can go anywhere at any time pretty much and do whatever you want.
got
Except
it.
that now there's the gyms that you can do. There's also a couple other quest lines. Like I know that it's like collecting different items and then some like rare Pokemon things. It's a lot more expansive than like your typical Pokemon game, which
Yeah.
is like a streamlined one story. Like you go through the game and like you can kind of go around and catch Pokemon and train and stuff like that. But it's definitely way more. There's a lot more to do in the game,
Okay.
and they're
Cool.
kind of just like, here you go, have fun, figure it out. Which I
Yeah.
like that a lot because then I just like wandering around and doing whatever I want and not
Yeah.
I don't know, not stressing about like completing a certain goal.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. I really like it. It's super cute. Like all the little sprites are like really clean and they just look so cute. I don't know. I love Pokemon. But anyway, while I was playing Pokemon last night,
Yes.
I was like, oh, I want to do like a Thanksgiving stream because I'm not gonna be like with anybody for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be in my house by myself.
Yeah.
Fernando has to work on Thanksgiving. The
Hmm.
restaurant's open, so it's just gonna be me and Guillermo and Oni. I forgot his name for a second.
Forgot about him.
That guy.
That
Gosh, he's such a
thing.
psycho. He doesn't have his cone on anymore, but
Oh,
yeah,
yay.
he's all healed
We've
up.
we moved on from
Um,
the
we
cone.
moved on from the cone. It was a long time he had that cone on. I think we kept it on for like 11 days, and then whenever we went to LA, he stuck his head out the window, like with the cone on his head, like in the car. I don't know how it got his head out the window. I just opened it like a
Yeah.
little bit for him to like, because he
Just
loves sticking his head out the window and
shoved
like
it through.
have
Yeah.
some fresh air going because he likes that. And he
Yeah.
shoved his head through, and Fernando was like, "Oh my god, how did he get his head out there?" And I was like, "How is he gonna get his head back in?" I was like, "That's the
That's what I
question."
want to know.
Yeah, and then 2 seconds later, you just like see him like pulling his head in, and we're going like 70 on the highway or something.
I'm
And it,
surprised,
and
like, the cone didn't
the cone just like popped off of him.
Oh, okay.
So we were like, meh, whatever, just leave it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Not
fine. So
yeah.
I think the 14 days is like they really want to make sure that nothing goes wrong because it
Yeah.
probably is expensive for them to fix it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But
so
anyway, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I was like, oh, I
Crazy.
want to do a Thanksgiving stream, like make some food and stuff like that, and hang out, and
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, when's Thanksgiving? I was like, that's literally in like a couple days. I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe not.
Well, dang. Like,
I
yeah,
know, it's so
it's all done
soon.
here. But yeah, I feel like it's another 2 weeks away, but no, it's literally this Thursday.
Yeah, it's
And
so soon.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for Thanksgiving
I mean,
because
honestly, you're
I
pregnant, so.
yeah, literally, like, I feel like this year for food, I just feel like I am ready to devour like all the food.
Yeah.
Like usually like every year, whatever, I can have like a plate and I usually don't go back for seconds because I just get full.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I could eat everything this year. I feel like I could go back for like literally 3 plates of food. Like,
well, I hope that you do.
listen,
Like, just
like
take that moment and just revel in it because you deserve it.
Because I just feel like I'm like, this is my chance. Not that you can't eat all the food you want on Thanksgiving. You can definitely, but physically, like, I get full.
Yeah.
So I just, I stop so I don't feel like garbage. But I feel so ready this year to just eat everything and not, and like physically be able to eat everything.
Well, and you are literally eating for a whole other human being too. And he needs to enjoy his first Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So we're going to have all the
you
things.
have to. Yes. At least have 2 plates.
Yes, we're going to have all the things. And like, I've never been more ready. I feel like I've been not only for the past 9 months training and growing him,
exactly,
to have him be born, but I feel like I've been preparing myself for this moment.
Was it for birth, or was it for Thanksgiving dinner briefly before birth? A couple weeks before birth.
Yeah, seriously, I've never felt more ready to just eat everything.
Hell yeah,
on this holiday. Like, this is the one time I always enjoy Thanksgiving because the food's good always, but I'm so excited for this year. I'm ready. I'm ready to eat everything.
Everybody tell Jess to eat everything.
So ready.
I'm excited for you. Honestly, also so Thanksgiving is just like good, cozy vibes. You hang out with some family. You watch football games.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. Like, just a good time.
Day. Yeah. It's just a good day to just relax, eat everything, and nap if you want to nap.
Yeah, after you eat
like that.
Way too much food, then you take a nap. Everybody just like sprawls out on the floor,
and then you go back for more,
and then you go back for more, and then you sleep a little bit more, and then you go and you eat some dessert.
Exactly.
And then you actually go to bed.
Yeah. So there's times throughout the day, especially if you eat lunch. Like, if you're a Thanksgiving like lunch-ish person rather than dinner, like, you could just make this whole day just a feeding event. But I'm ready. I'm so ready.
A buffet of just like an all-day buffet.
Yeah.
All day, like, Thanksgiving Day buffet.
Really reheat it. I'll come back for more. I'm ready.
I know everybody likes to do like the turkey sandwiches like the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they like save all that turkey.
Yeah, like, they do turkey and gravy. And is there anything that you're not allowed to eat because of the pregnancy?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think all this food is safe.
It should be, because it's all like thoroughly cooked.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the bacteria. Well, recently there's been the listeria outbreak. Which, I mean, for you, like, you're not eating that stuff anyway, right?
Yeah.
But it's pretty scary.
But that is the exact reason why they say, like, when you're pregnant, don't take a chance with eating like lunch meat.
Yeah.
And just certain other things, like, because you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, usually, the chances are, like, if you ate that stuff during pregnancy, you're not going to get it. The chances are. But there's a reason. And literally someone in Maryland died.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, then you have a much lower percentage of dying then.
Yeah. Yes. But that's what
Well,
I'm
maybe
like,
not actually, because that means that they got it near you.
like everything, yeah, is cooked. Like all meat is pretty much safe if it's like cooked to the temperature it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's they said they put out like something that was like it has to be cooked to like a certain temperature and then it'll be safe. But it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of eating deli meat if you're cooking it to
Well,
like
exactly.
250 degrees or
You
something like
eat
that?
deli meat because it's like cold. That's what you do.
Yeah, cold cuts.
Cold cuts.
That's what we
Yeah.
call them. Back
Cuz like,
on the East Coast.
yeah. So it's one of those things that I'm just like, this is why this is they just don't take chances. Just don't take chances. And
Yeah.
I'm not, and I haven't. So, but yeah, as long as like, I mean, the turkey's going to be cooked. That's the only thing that I can think of that would
Yeah.
be like,
So
yeah, and it's
do
going to
you
be
do
cooked. So,
Thanksgiving like at your parents' house or
so
Brandon's parents' house?
this year we're going to Ben and Steph's, which
Okay,
is
that's fun.
my brother and sister-in-law, and
Yeah.
they
They have a
invited.
really big, beautiful house, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so they're gonna host this year, and yeah, all Steph's family's coming, and they invited, yeah, obviously like Brandon's parents and my parents, and so my parents are going, and
Aw, that's so nice. That's
yeah,
gonna be so
so
fun.
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and I just have a feeling there's gonna be just so much food. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
There's just
So
gonna
are
be
you guys
so
gonna
much.
cook something and bring something with you?
Yeah, so they asked us to bring a bottle of wine and the like rolls of some sort. So we're gonna
Oh.
just go buy like the crescent rolls.
They
And I was
gave
like,
you the easiest
they
job.
sure did. Listen,
They
I
were
mean, I
like,
can
do not
cook,
put any
but
pressure on Jess.
she is at that point 2 weeks away from popping out this kid. Don't make her.
Yeah.
Listen, don't give me a dish that you can't live without. Okay, for Thanksgiving,
Yeah. But honestly, rolls are pretty
I know. I mean, especially like the crescent rolls, like
Uh-huh. Crescent rolls.
those are important.
They are definitely dangerous. I bought some the other day actually, and just because they were like $1.
Yeah,
And I
just to
was
have
like,
for yourself.
I want this. I want
Yeah,
this. I know we cooked it with something. Maybe it was like soup or something. But I was like,
yeah,
these are so good. I never eat them except for maybe at Thanksgiving.
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta have them.
Yeah, they're
You
good.
see things in the grocery store and you're like, man, I need to have that right now.
It is kind of scary that it was only $1 though.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Maybe they were expiring soon or something.
they're like, gotta get rid of these real quick.
Yeah,
But
it's possible.
but yeah, no, super easy. We just bake the rolls.
Make the rolls,
and,
roll them up,
roll them up,
put
and
them in the oven.
call it a day.
Ta-da! And a bottle of wine.
Yeah, and a bottle of wine. So yeah, so it'll be a good time.
That sounds
We're
great.
we're just gonna go hang out there all day and just eat and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Yes.
I will be at home. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any plans yet.
Yeah.
I'll probably cook something for myself just to feel like I'm doing something,
Yeah. But so this is very important, but like what is your like typical like for sides and the main dish? Now I know you wouldn't have turkey obviously, but
No. I'm vegetarian.
What are your like main you need to have during Thanksgiving? Like
Okay,
your dishes.
well, what we usually have, okay, so Oma and Opa, Oma mostly, is the one who always hosts Thanksgiving, typically. Or, like, they cook and they bring the stuff to my parents' house.
Yeah.
And, my aunts and uncles come and everybody, But I'm sure this year's probably different because they're all living in Florida now.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what my parents are going to do. Maybe they'll go and hang out with Josh and Karen. But, so we always have, my favorite out of everything is green bean casserole.
Ooh.
Love green bean casserole, dude. But I also just love green beans. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've just been obsessed with green beans since I was a child.
Listen, there's just something about green beans.
So good. I was thinking
They're
about
good.
whenever we used to always get Chinese food, and you would get dumplings, and I would just get green beans.
Yeah.
Just an order of green beans.
Because they're so good. Listen.
They're really good. But also, like, the sauce, they're so salty and stuff, so, That's why I really
Whatever.
like them.
Yeah.
No, that's why I like them is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So I
exactly.
love them. They're just really
Yes.
salty. Because it's Chinese food. I feel like everything is so salty. In
Which is why it's so good.
Americanized Chinese food, of course.
It's true.
But
So,
yeah,
okay,
so
yeah, green
I
bean
love
casserole.
green bean casserole. I feel like there's got to be mashed potatoes, of course. Love mashed potatoes. So good. Gravy, obviously. Usually I make my own gravy, which honestly, veggie gravy is just, I do a mushroom gravy a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So good. It tastes the same as other gravy.
I believe it. I believe it.
I don't know. Um, So mashed potatoes gravy, green beans, sweet potato casserole with like the brown sugar and
Yes.
like I think they do like brown sugar and like nuts crumble on top of it and like bake it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
really sweet, but it's so good with like a little slab of butter on there. Like, oh,
Listen, it's so
I'm salivating.
good. Oh my gosh, it's so
um
good. Yeah.
And then for like protein, like they sell like protein substitutes, and I have to say, I've never really enjoyed any of them. Like I've
Yeah.
gotten like the little tofurkeys. They have like little roasts made by I forget what it's called, something Harvest. I've had that one. I've had a few different ones, and honestly, it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't really
It's not
bother
the
me. And I've
same.
had like little slices of like fake turkey before.
Yeah.
I don't really, I don't need it. It's not, yeah, I don't know. It's not that
Yeah.
it's not the same. It's that I just don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't even
Because
want,
it's
I
like,
don't want the turkey either.
yeah,
Like,
well, it's like it's just not good enough to even
yeah, I just don't even,
like put the
I'd
effort in.
rather just, yeah,
Yeah,
have
not
the
have
other
it.
stuff, yeah, and just not have any protein for the
Yeah.
day.
Literally, but even like for us non-vegetarians, I have to admit, listen, if don't come for me in the comments if your favorite thing is this, but like I I could do without the turkey.
Yeah. You know, my mom sometimes does ham roast too. And I
Yeah.
feel like ham, to me, I preferred it whenever I ate meat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everybody's different. Some people do not like ham.
Yeah.
So
But I just feel like when I think of Thanksgiving, like sure, I get the tip, I put turkey on my plate, but like I only get one piece of turkey,
yeah,
and just to say that like, hey, look, I'm having some protein, so yeah. But like I don't go back for a bunch of turkey.
yeah,
I just don't.
yeah.
I it's just not the best part.
As long as it is like smothered in gravy, then it's
Yes. Well,
good.
yeah. Yeah,
But
because
you might as well
turkey, I
just
feel
have some
like
gravy at that
yes.
point.
I feel like the thing is that turkey can end up being dry a little bit sometimes. So yeah, I smother it
Yeah.
or I smother the turkey in gravy,
Well, that's why you got to
obviously,
eat the dark meat.
and yeah, and the dark meat's always better.
And everybody wants the dark meat.
Everybody wants dark meat,
Yeah.
so I do. I mean, I'm pretty much the same way as you. Like I do just get the turkey because I feel like it's just something you have to have on your plate. But mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes with the
Mm-hmm.
brown sugar and all the butter, and it just tastes like yeah, like candied yams.
It
That's probably
is.
another
Yeah.
name for it,
It
but
totally is. Yeah.
like I need that. I love green bean casserole. The other thing though, recently, and I used to not be this way, I freaking love stuffing now.
Oh yeah, I love stuffing too.
I
Yeah.
used to care less about the stuffing.
I love
But
stuffing.
over the past like 5 years, I'm now like, this is the best thing ever.
It's really good.
Like, I don't know what like made all of a sudden 1 year I was just like, I love this.
Probably
And now
whenever you were younger, you were like, that looks gross, so I'm not going to eat that.
maybe.
And then you tasted it one day, like 1 year, you tasted it and you were
Yeah.
like, what have I been missing out
This is
on?
amazing.
It's just like little pieces of bread and herbs and
yeah.
salt.
Just all the
So
salt.
much salt. The next day, like everybody's just like puffed up. They're just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, like, I'm going to be so swollen everywhere. Just, just retaining all the salt, all the water. But the one thing I also could care less about is the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I know, don't come for me, guys. I know some people love that cranberry sauce, and it's not like homemade, it's the canned.
Yeah.
People love that can.
It comes out like it's just like a whole like gelatinous can-shaped blob.
Yeah. You just cut it in slices.
Yeah, it's not for me either. No, I don't really. Something that we have that I'm curious to hear. Have you ever had Thanksgiving dinner with Steph's family?
Yes.
Do they just do traditional like American food?
Yeah, they tend to stick to the tradition.
Okay.
The Christmas, it's where it goes full Cuban.
Yeah, I was curious, if they do like some interesting dishes.
Yeah, so my sister-in-law's family is Cuban. So yeah, Christmas Eve, they always have a big party and we're always invited and we always go. I might mispronounce like some of this stuff, but like they have, I forget what the pork dish is called, but they pretty much roast an entire pig for like just hours upon hours.
Yeah, that's intense.
So it's like, you get pork and then it's like a potato thing. It's called, I don't want to call it, it's yucca. It's not yucca.
Yucca is a type of cactus.
Or a plant. Yeah. It's a plantain or something like that. I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, it's good.
It's not a potato. It's some sort of plantain, I think. I don't remember, but it's called yucca or something like that. Anyway, it's super good. And then they do like rice and beans, and then it's just delicious. And that's what we have Christmas Eve.
That's so cool. I love like hearing about other cultures' food because I don't think I've ever had Cuban food before.
Yo, it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And like my family, we always have like red cabbage, like braised red cabbage. Oma is German, obviously.
Yeah.
So we'll do like salad and cabbage and stuff like that.
Yeah. But that's usually reserved for Christmas. And then Thanksgiving they usually go pretty traditional.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? That's great. I love the traditional.
Oh, me too. I mean, once a year, it's like it's a special meal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also, scalloped potatoes are pretty dang good too, dude.
Those are good.
Yeah.
That's another good carb.
Sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't. Because it's like whoever brings whatever they want, you know?
Yeah.
But scalloped potatoes are pretty freaking good.
Yeah, that's good. And then for dessert, obviously, like, I love pumpkin pie.
Me too.
I'm a big pumpkin pie girl.
Honestly, I would also cheesecake. Oma always has cheesecake. She always makes cheesecake, and cheesecake is just so bomb. I don't know if that's like traditional Thanksgiving, whatever. But yeah, the food on Thanksgiving is definitely good. I would say that where Thanksgiving is derived from is super evil, and I do not stand for it.
Well, yes.
We are not okay with that. Just saying.
No.
Do we still enjoy food with our families? Yes. Are we thinking about all the lives that were lost in the past whenever we murdered tons of people? Oh, I mean, we didn't, but our ancestors did, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fucking awful and terrible.
Yeah.
But yes.
But
sorry, I had to throw that in there.
No, that's okay. Because we enjoy
think about it every year.
Of what it is now.
Yes.
Of what it has become.
Spending time with family. Eating some food. Respecting the people that have lived in this country forever.
Yeah.
Way before us, that's for sure. I got to think about what I'm going to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
You just got to make everything that you ever wanted. Like this day's about you. You and your pets.
I know.
You can literally make whatever you want.
I've done like Friendsgiving and hosted Friendsgiving at my house and cooked full I've cooked turkey, like a big turkey 2 times. Even while I was vegetarian.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do that this
No.
year. Hell no. I
No, no,
don't.
no.
Fernando is working, and he's the only other human in the house. So,
No, you just make whatever you want. If it's
but
all carbs, then it's all carbs.
the only thing with my house that I am positive is never gonna get fixed until probably after we move, which I don't know when that's gonna be. But is my oven doesn't work at the same time as my stove.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned this last time or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't use my oven and my stove at the same time or it flips the breaker. And then, so like I can only do everything on the stovetop, transfer it into like casserole dishes or whatever, and then put it in the oven. It'll just have to like sit there for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to do green beans because so good with those little crunchy onions on them. Yes. Oh my God.
This is just all so right. Good. I know I'm drooling, literally, like thinking about it.
like slobber on her shirt. if you're just listening, Jess has drool all over her.
Listen, it's just I can't wait. But anyway, yeah, no, we gotta
Thanksgiving next week.
It's gonna be so much fun hanging out with pets or family and eating all the food.
Yes. Yeah. And so how are you feeling? Pregnancy update?
Yeah. So
you're looking a little bit like you popped a little bit.
Yeah. Like I'm trying. Boop.
Yeah.
It's definitely, he's definitely like, we're in the last 3 weeks here.
Yeah.
We're in the last 3 weeks, which is
wild.
Kind of insane to me.
So how many days exactly do you know?
Not yet. I don't know yet. Every time they measure my stomach, like they're like, it's perfect. Heartbeat's perfect. Everything's good. But I'm assuming when they measure my stomach, they have like somewhat of an idea of like how big he is. So I would assume he's average, which would be around 6.5 pounds right now and like 19 inches. Which that's hard for me to believe because even though maybe I look big, it's hard for me to believe that there's pretty much a full-size human in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
honestly, I feel like a lot of girls, like I see their pictures like at the end of, even I've seen some pictures recently of people that are pregnant and they're like probably around the same time as you and like they're huge. Like the rest of their body isn't huge. They're normal sized people, but like their belly is just like it's got to be out to like here.
Yeah.
Maybe they're having twins.
Yeah. No, but I've seen that. Like I've seen how, and everybody's body's different, but like I just have seen people be so much, their bellies like are just stick out way further, like way more forward when it's around this time. And I'm like, I do not look like that. And obviously my OB would say if something was off, but like everything's fine.
Well, yeah. I'm just, or like even if it's not off, but like I feel like they would tell you they'd be like, oh, well, he's a little bit smaller or something like that.
Yeah. And again, this is my first one, so you tend to be smaller for your first one because everything doesn't stretch out as far.
Yeah.
But no, I just can't believe in like 3 weeks probably there will be a baby. A baby. And it's so weird. It's like I think about it, I'm like, yeah, a baby, but not just a baby, like a mini me. Maybe.
A miniature you and Brandon.
And literally, possibly like a miniature me or Brandon or like a good combo like of the both of us.
Yeah, it will be.
And it's just so crazy to me that it's like a little us.
Dude, literally, every time that Karen and Josh send us a picture of Ezekiel, that's their son, my brother's son, I literally am like, whenever I met him, he was much smaller. Now he's bigger, obviously.
He has grown.
He's older, and now he's bigger. He looks just like Josh, like as a baby, like whenever Josh was a baby. Or a child even. Like, but whenever he was little, they were like, oh, he looks more like Karen and like this and this with like all the like everybody else
Yeah.
always wants to be like, oh, he has mom's nose, or he has dad's lips, or like the chin of whoever. But like, he has changed so drastically in what 8 months or however old he, like I don't know, maybe he's 10 months old now. I don't know how old he is, but he looks exactly like Josh. And every time I see a picture, I'm just like, he's so cute. He's literally so cute. He's these big blue eyes, and he's just like, he looks like a Gerber baby. Like, he's just like a pristine looking baby. But also, maybe I'm biased because I look at him and I see Josh, and I'm like, Josh was such a cute kid. So, I don't know.
I think Brandon and I like have very distinctive two different facial features.
Oh,
like,
completely.
None of our
you guys do not
none
look
of
similar.
none of our facial features are remotely similar. Like, noses are completely different. My face is more rounded. His is not.
Yeah.
Like, his eyes are blue. My eyes are green. Like, it's going to be so crazy to see what this kid will look like.
It's so exciting.
I know. Because now I'm so excited for the last ultrasound, because I'm hoping we can like kind of see his like, well, now that he's like pretty much fully grown, like you could see facial features, and I'm just curious to see what he looks like. Because, when the last time we got an ultrasound was like week 20 or something like that, and he's still like, he kind of has facial features, but it's not distinct.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just so curious. Like, I'm so excited to see obviously when he comes out, we'll see what he looks like. But
I do have to say,
excited.
All babies have the same nose. Everybody's always like, oh, he has this nose, or she has this nose. And I'm like, they all have the same nose. They're just like these little tiny little buttons. They don't look, they don't have any structure yet.
Yeah.
I mean, baby noses are really cute. They are very cute little noses because they're just so tiny and little. But all babies have the same nose.
Yeah. No,
you gotta give him like a couple of years before you decide on his nose.
You gotta give him a couple you gotta give him at least, I think, a couple months. Let everything harden up. And like, because they're all soft and
they come out and their skull is like not even hard, right?
Super like weird. That's just it's super weird.
Super
but
strange.
They gotta like harden up a little bit, and then they'll start to like, hopefully we'll start to see like little things.
Their skin is like very, very like soft. To the point that like you have to like cut your nails down like really short, because even if you like scratch them a little bit, you could like break their skin. He's gonna have to wear little mittens so he doesn't scratch himself. Exactly.
Oh, it's so cute. The little mittens are so cute.
You better keep those mittens on.
But I'm excited. I can't believe it's 3 weeks away. I mean, we're physically in the house prepared. I think we talk about this every time. Mentally, it's going to be crazy.
It is.
It's going to be insane. So, but I just can't believe like 3 weeks away from his due date. And that's, if he comes right on time. So, like literally today. Today. Saturday. So, 3 weeks from today.
Whoa.
Is his due date.
You hear that, Ollie?
Oh my gosh.
Come on out.
Listen. Come December, just give us till after like Thanksgiving, and then you're good to go.
Let me eat 3 meals on Thanksgiving, please.
Listen, come December, it's your call, okay?
It's funny
just
because
give us till December.
Yesterday, I was playing a video game, and I was like, it said something about Olive. I was playing Pokemon. And it said something about olives, and I was like, I always like that name. Like, Olive is such a cute name. And then I was like, Jess is literally naming her child Oliver. I don't think that I can name my child Olive. Pretty much the same name. There's just no R on the end.
You could. You could name your kid Olive.
I could. I don't have a kid, by the way.
But we're not near that point
this is
yet.
Just planning for the future. No, I don't know if I would use that name, but I do like that name. I think it's a very cute name. It's kind of like, it's like old school, but also I never hear anybody with that name. So same with Oliver. Oliver is an old name. Where is it from?
Like nationality wise?
Yeah, I feel like the UK. It's definitely
Let's
like
just see if I
European,
can find
right?
it real quick. Let me see if this could be a quick little Google search.
Although it has to be derived from like an older language, probably. Greek, maybe? They eat a lot of olives.
The name, here, let's see. Now this is just, again, some random website on the internet. So if you're watching this and you know exactly like what Oliver is from and I'm wrong, tell me.
Let us know.
So it says there's a variety of meanings in different languages, but the name, this is the first sentence. The name Oliver is derived from the Old Norse name.
Oh, cool. That's really cool.
Aelifer? I can't pronounce that. There is literally symbols over
every letter in that name.
Meaning ancestors, descendant, okay. Introduced by the Normans to England. The name also has roots in France. So in French, it's like Olivier means olive tree. Okay.
That's what I was assuming.
Yeah. Olivia, which means olive. And then the spelling of the name Olivier or Oliver changed to what we know it now. Because it was spelled as if you would say Olivier. And then they got rid of that I and just said Oliver.
Olivier.
Yeah.
Olivia. I don't know. Olivia. It's French. I don't know how to speak French.
It became a common medieval name in England.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Oliver Twist.
Yeah. So the origin,
I don't even know what he did.
Old Norse.
You know who Oliver Twist is? I think he cleaned chimneys or something.
Oh, man. Oliver Twist. Why do I feel like...
It's an old story.
You think?
It was a child.
Yeah, but did you think he cleaned chimneys?
I don't know. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. He was a chimney sweep.
Let me see.
I don't know. Just Google what did Oliver Twist do?
Yeah, that's what
It definitely is like. Wait, did you say Renaissance or medieval?
Medieval.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that was a long time ago.
It was, but it comes from Norse.
That's cool.
Norse times. So
that's really cool. So they brought it down.
Yeah.
Into Europe.
Why doesn't it just say what he does? He was an orphan boy.
Yeah, see? I think and he was a chimney sweep. Did you Google was Oliver Twist a chimney sweep? I'm looking at it up. I will do that.
Was Oliver Twist a chimney sweep? Oh, wow. It literally came up like as a frequently asked question.
Did Oliver Twist clean chimneys? I swear he did.
So after narrowly escaping being bound to a chimney sweep, a very dangerous business where small boys are routinely smothered, being lowered into chimneys. Yeah. This is not good.
That's a real thing, yeah. So they would they had these umbrellas. It was like a little sweepy umbrella looking thing, and then they would lower the children into it, and they would hold on to it, and it would clean out the chimney like a big a big brush that you're putting in the chimney. But there's also a child in there breathing in all of the soot and stuff like that. So they would come out and they're covered in soot, and that is really bad for your lungs.
Yes. So
poor Oliver Twist.
Yeah. Often took work as chimney sweep, cleaning chimneys, muck gatherers, and factory hands. So did a variety of things.
He was a hard worker.
He literally was the person that was like, "Please, sir, I want some more."
Please, sir. Yeah. More porridge. Please, sir.
That's literally where that came from. Anyway. All right. So funny. Yes, he cleaned
chimneys. That is who she's naming her child.
Yep.
No, that's super cute. That's so funny. I knew it was a chimney sweep. I don't know why. It was just sitting in my subconscious way back.
I never read like the book.
I don't know if we read it in school or like if I watched a movie probably as a child.
There's movies out there.
Yeah.
I think there was like a Disney movie.
Was he a real person?
I think so.
I feel like he wasn't.
Because
like, what else did he do? He was just a child. Did he grow up?
Oh, well, I guess it was a book written by Charles Dickens.
Okay, yeah. It's totally Charles Dickens. He's super famous.
His second novel tells the story of orphan Oliver. Doesn't say.
I think that's where also the Oliver and Company. Do you remember that movie? I loved that movie growing up.
So good.
Absolutely loved that movie. And I remember when I got my orange cat, I was like, you are literally, you and me together.
Yes.
We'll see. Forever. We'll be. We
forever.
Too can be good company. You and me. I loved that movie growing up. And I think that is based on Oliver Twist. Like, he took the story of Oliver Twist and made it into a kitten instead of a human.
Yes. So the novel is inspired by the story of some other kid.
Oh,
not Oliver Twist, but it was inspired.
He saw an orphan and he was like, that guy's a chimney sweep, writing a whole novel.
Let me write this down.
That's going to live on through the ages of human existence.
Yes.
Wow.
But, yeah.
That's a history lesson for you guys. You guys wanted some history. I know you guys have been asking and asking for some history lessons on this podcast, and there you go.
Oh my goodness. Listen, if you're here to learn things, I apologize.
Yeah. Unless you want to learn things about our lives. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you.
I am literally no expert in history or anything like that.
Master of none. That's for sure. Me too.
Yeah, no. We were talking about, Brandon and I were talking about, like, I forget how this got brought up, but we were talking about when Oliver is in school and doing homework and like learning all the things. I was like, we were talking about math.
Yep.
Especially math. I was like, I am screwed. Like, I don't remember anything.
I've had these thoughts recently. And I don't even have a baby on the way.
I was like, when he comes home and he needs help with math homework, I was like...
I was thinking about long division the other day. And I was like, if I had a child and they were learning long division, I'd be like, I don't remember. I just remember there's like a little thing.
Yeah.
That you like put over the number. And then what do you do? I don't remember.
What? Like how to do it without like a calculator. Like you have to do all... And I just remember it being
Maybe they don't do that anymore.
Well, that makes sense. But
I'm going to say, I feel like education is probably way different than it was whenever we were kids.
Probably. I mean, but even like algebra, I was trying to think. I was like, honestly, like, I don't even remember how to find X.
I feel like kids don't learn how to write in cursive anymore.
That's how we started. We were writing in cursive, Brandon and I.
Yeah.
And that is literally how we started that conversation. We were writing in cursive, and I was like, I barely remember any of the stuff. And
cursive
then that's when we were like,
obsolete. I enjoyed writing in cursive, like whenever I was learning how to write in cursive, but I have never, as an adult, needed to write in cursive. When have I ever needed to write in cursive? Like, sure, you could write in cursive if you want. Most people can't even read it. Yeah. So it's just obsolete. It's pointless. And how many years? How much time did they drill into our brains? Like, you are going to have to write everything in cursive. No, nobody writes anything anymore. No. We type everything.
Literally type everything. But that's what we were like. I was like, Brandon, like, I mean, I could do very simple things. Like when we were talking about finding X, like we both tried to like remember the simplest equation.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, no, I kind of remember this. But the hard stuff.
Well, there's like deeper, a certain what is it's like it's like a system of like what you do first, like add, subtract, multiply, divide, parentheses, whatever. I don't remember what the order
is. Yeah.
I don't remember what the order is.
Like I was like, man, I'm one of those people that if it explains it in a textbook, I could probably remember it. But if he just gives me an equation and says, hey mom, I can't find X, can you help me? I'd be like,
Yeah, well, hopefully maybe the
Holy
teachers
crap.
can just give you, well, okay, also the internet does exist now, and
That's what, yeah.
it didn't exist when we were children learning that stuff. It didn't. It really
It's
didn't.
true.
And
It's
now the answers, I mean, whenever I was in college, like I could look up like a question that I couldn't find and like
Yeah.
you could see the answer.
Yeah.
Or buy
it. So it'll be a little bit easier to figure things
but like
out.
maybe the teachers, they probably will be like, if you're not understanding this, here's a video that you can watch whenever you go home. And
True.
we didn't have that available to
No.
us. I feel like it's a lot easier to learn things now. They have so many resources that we didn't have.
Yeah. So
it was like, here is a teacher telling you something for 40 minutes. Everybody learns differently. So if you don't get it, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because, you take notes and hopefully you understand your notes and hopefully you remember it and good luck. And, some people are visual learners. Some people, can easily just remember how you like say something and tell them and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But no, luckily Brandon, I think, remembers a lot more than I do. So that's good.
And maybe he applies it a little bit more in his daily life. But I feel like you guys were both good students, so you should be fine. You know?
I was definitely just good.
You weren't like a straight A student, but at least you did your schoolwork. You know, it wasn't like you were like, no, I'm not doing my homework. Like, I'm not doing that. You were very disciplined as a child. Like, personally disciplined, not like your parents were disciplining you. They weren't. Yeah. Because they didn't have to, because you were a good kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like Brandon was the same way. He was like, honestly, I feel like Brandon was like, he was very academically like inclined.
Yes, so he was pretty much like a straight A student.
Yeah, that's what I understood too.
And he's also one of those people that literally could like, he just understands things, so he doesn't even have to study that hard, and he gets like an A on a test. Where I'm me. Like, I will study. And that's you too. Yeah. And I'm over here like studying for a week, and I get a C.
I don't know. I'm good at consuming information and then regurgitating it. Yeah. Shortly after, like I'm really good at that, but I am not good at retaining that information later. Yeah. Once I spit it out on the paper, I'm like, what did I do?
What is this? I haven't done it now for a year and I don't remember
like it. The standardized education system is like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Because everybody learns differently and everybody functions differently. So that's the problem, is like, even me, am I learning or am I just telling you what you want to hear? Because that's what I was doing as a child. I got through college the same way. I was like, this is way too easy. College was like, I was just bored, honestly. I didn't want to do it because I was bored. I was like, this is just dumb. Why am I learning this? I feel like I'm still in high school. Yeah. And honestly, if I would have done something like a little bit more interesting to me, then I probably would have been more excited about it. But it was just so boring. Yeah. I don't remember anything from college. I have a degree.
That's it. But yeah, no, Brandon is like, there's a joke, like when he was in college, like his roommates would be like, I didn't see you do anything, and somehow you got a 4.0 GPA. Yep. And he's like, yeah, because I did, again, because he's just naturally inclined like that he can remember things and he doesn't have to actually like try that hard when it comes to studying or stuff like that. He did very well. So, and I did well.
But you were also like, you did a lot more other things outside of like academics.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can be the sports mom and Brandon can be the homework dad.
Yes. Be like, I don't know how to answer this, honey. Go ask your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
See if he knows, because
you're gonna be like, I'm folding the laundry, child.
Listen, I need to go do other things. I will go throw a baseball with you after you're done with homework. Exactly.
Once you're done with the homework, then we can throw the ball. Again, I have thought about like the homework situation. I've thought about like, I don't know how I would do it. At least the internet's there.
Yeah, it's true.
The internet is there for us. If it wasn't, well, then
thank God.
I don't know.
Then that's a different story.
It is interesting because I feel like growing up, my mom was always the one that would like help us with our homework and stuff like that. And my dad would too, but I feel like my mom was a little bit more science and mathematics and stuff like that. And then my dad would be more like language arts and stuff like that. So kind of just depends on the person, I think.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting. I mean, we got a long time until,
we got a while before then. Yeah.
But we were just thinking that I was like, man, I'm just curious how schools handle things now.
You guys are gonna have to start studying now.
Yeah, literally. I gotta relearn algebra and all this crap.
Next, like 6 years. Because that's when he's gonna start doing some basic math. But he's just gonna be doing like counting and ABCs at that point.
Listen, I'm very good at that. I think.
I can count to 100. Believe it or not.
All the way to 100.
That's
I
crazy,
know
dude.
Primary colors and
let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
All those things. But anyway, yeah. So no, that was just a thought that Brandon and I both had yesterday. We're like, it's gonna be
fun. I think also whenever that's happening, it'll be like a little jolt of memory where we'll be like, oh, I do remember this. You know?
Exactly. So hope for the best. But anyway, I think we can move on. I want to hear about your birthday.
Oh, I'll keep it brief.
Yeah.
There is a YouTube video on my YouTube channel. It's like a little vlog. If you guys want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. It is youtube.com/FlowSluna. I think. I mean, that is my URL. Like, whatever. I don't know if there's other letters in there or whatever. You could just type FlowSluna into the search bar too. But it was so beautiful. It was so cool. I probably will never have an experience like that ever again in my life.
Oh my gosh.
But the boat was so big and nice, and it was our drive there. We left from Marina del Rey, which is Los Angeles, and we were on the boat for 3 hours like to get to Catalina Island. So it was a long drive.
Yeah.
But it was just we were just hanging out and drinking, and it was just, at one point, like, we're just, in the middle of the ocean. You can't even hardly see anything around you because you're just so far out there.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. And then, like, getting to Catalina, like, once we were getting close to Avalon, which is where we stayed, there's, like, a couple little inlets with, like, little towns, but Avalon is, like, the main one. It was just like a completely different country. Like it looked like I don't know, Greece or like Italy. Like all the houses were kind of like on the side of the mountain, and they're all just these cute little cottages. And it was just so beautiful. It was great. I just remember just looking at it and just being like awestruck because it was just stunning. And it was a beautiful day. It was clear skies, sunny, so it was not like super cold or anything.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. So we got there. We went and got dinner. It was so expensive.
Oh my gosh.
I think there were 9 of us, and it was like $850 or something.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't even good.
Oh no. It's just because it was Catalina Island.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
we ended up going to this tiki bar afterwards, and that was super cute. The food and the drinks were good there. We probably should have just gotten food there. We went to this like Italian place. Was it Italian? Yeah. It was a steakhouse. It was called Steve's. Sorry, Steve's. I'm calling you out. The food was not good. Way too expensive. Lauren and I shared a pasta, like a ravioli pasta dish.
Yeah.
They gave us 6 pieces of ravioli, and it was like $30 for the dish. They were not made there, and the sauce definitely just like came out of a jar. I was like, they didn't even make the ravioli, and the sauce came out of like no, not at all, not at all.
Gosh,
but I still enjoyed the experience. Like it was kind of funny. I was just like, this is. Everybody else was like, no, it's fine, and I was like, this is crazy. This is way too expensive. It's crazy. But I mean, other people got like steaks and stuff like that, so they still enjoyed their meal. It's not like I didn't enjoy it. I just they were charging us like for bottles of water and stuff, which I think makes sense because it's an island. Like they didn't have like water to give us. You had to buy a bottle of water at like this steakhouse where I'm paying $900 for a meal for like 6 fucking ravioli that I shared with my friends.
So you got 3.
We each got 3 ravioli for like $30.
Oh, it is obviously
crazy.
like cheese ravioli, right?
I think there was like it was like butternut squash or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it had like an Alfredo sauce on it that was 100% just out of a jar.
Yep.
Yeah. But of course, I just laughed. I thought, we still had a good time. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then we went to a little tiki bar that was really fun because they have like all the fun drinks. And then we got back on the boat and we just partied. It was fun. Drank, danced, hung out.
All right.
Went to bed. And then,
okay,
on the way back, that was an experience. I told myself, I was like, if I'm hungover on the way back, that's gonna suck. Like, cause being on a boat is not easy. And the captain that drove the boat for us, he was like, we gotta leave like a little bit earlier in the morning. We ended up leaving at like 12 or something, but we were planning on leaving at like 2 or 3. But he was like, we gotta leave a little bit earlier because there's a storm coming and the water is getting choppy. Like it's. So the ride there was like smooth. It was just like we were sitting there and like you could stand up and walk around the boat and it was fine.
Yeah.
The ride back, like we were like holding on. And it was
all
crazy.
Over the place.
And everybody was hungover except for our friend Mikey because he didn't drink because he was sick the whole time. He was like sitting on the boat and he was just like trying so hard. Yeah, he was just seasick.
Yeah.
So he got sick on the way there, and then all of us got sick on the way back. Everybody got sick. I think there was only like 3 people that didn't get sick, and everybody else was throwing up, and it was bad.
So it was you had it was rough for you. You partied, and you felt it the next day.
Oh yeah, I definitely did. Well, and honestly, I feel like the hangover wasn't that bad. It was just I got so seasick. Yeah, I got so seasick, and I was good for like the first hour, and then I was like, I am not good. I'm not good. And I went down into like the bottom of the boat, did my thing, and passed out and went to sleep for 2 hours. It was amazing. Because everybody else was like, how did you do that? How are you down there sleeping? And I was like, I don't know.
Desperation.
I just fell asleep. Yeah. My body was like, goodbye. Cannot do this. Like literally just like laying on the bed. So thank God I fell asleep because everybody else was on the top deck. My friend Mikey like puked on one of my other friends. Not on purpose. Like he was like on the top floor. There was like 3 floors.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 3 floors, but like 2 outside. And he was like on the top and he like went to like throw up over the side of the boat.
Yeah.
And he like looked over the one side and like Fernando was there and then he was like, oh no. So he went to the other side and did his thing. And she was like laying down there, but she was like covered in a blanket. She was like trying to rest. Luckily she was covered in a blanket. And then he just went down and he's like, hey, we gotta trade blankets.
Oh my god.
But she didn't even notice, luckily. So
okay. Yeah. Oh my.
I mean, she knows what happened, obviously. But so it was an adventure. That's for sure. Oh. Definitely. I still like today, right before like we started this, I have like not motion sickness, but like a little bit of like vertigo kind of.
Like sea legs kind of thing?
Yeah, I guess it would be considered sea legs. I have had problems with like vertigo in the past. Like whenever we would go to anime conventions, I would always get vertigo afterwards because we'd be going up and down the elevators all the time.
Yeah.
So anytime I like go up and down in elevators like for an extended amount of time, I have vertigo for like at least a week afterwards. Where I feel like I'm jumping on a trampoline. But this one is like, I'll be walking and I'll just be like, oh.
Just, like, swaying back and forth.
Yeah, I literally sway. I'll be standing and I'll just be like. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Gotta handle myself.
It's kind of crazy because I didn't think that it would affect me. But I think it's because I like got sick. Then it was just like, But
Oh
other than
my
that,
gosh.
it was super fun.
Yeah. I'm
It
glad you
was
had a great time.
so stinking beautiful. If you ever get the chance to go to Catalina Island, anybody, I 100% recommend it. It's so crazy because you go from LA to Catalina and it's like a whole new world. It looked and felt like we were going into Jurassic Park. Like it was
my gosh.
like the Jurassic Park music was like playing in the background,
Yes.
and we were just like,
oh my gosh.
it was so cool. It was absolutely beautiful, like unreal.
That's awesome.
The captain told us that like in the summertime, the boat, like everybody docks their boats, and everybody has like all these freaking crazy wealthy people.
Yeah.
They dock all their boats, and everybody's like jumping off the sides and like taking their little boats and visiting other people. It's like just like a giant party there. But,
yeah, I believe it.
It's way too cold right now, for sure. I don't even know if I would go in the ocean there in the summer because it's so cold. But the water is like crystal clear. We saw like some beautiful fish. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's like insane.
That's amazing. I'm glad you had a great time.
I
saw
did.
Like not Snapchats, but I saw like Instagram stuff, and I was like, oh, that looks so
the
fun.
Dolphins. Oh my god.
Yes, the dolphins jumping like the little waves you guys making.
They were like there were dolphins like all over the place whenever we first left, and then like because the boat was like making the little, I don't know what that's called, like a ripple.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just like jumping out of them, and I was like,
oh, look at them.
Look at those dolphins. They're so cool. It was a really cool experience. Yeah. Loved it.
Well, that's awesome. What was your what was the drink of choice of the weekend? Just a little bit of everything.
Tequila. I mean, we just did one night, so it was like we drank tequila and White Claws. You know,
listen, it's the way to do it.
Or seltzers. There was a lot of different types of seltzers, but yeah. It's the best way to like drink and like have fun with your friends, because like you can drink a couple and like feel okay, because beer is just, I love beer, but you can't party with beer. Good beer. I don't like shitty beer.
Yes,
I like good beer.
Yes. You could party with all that cheap stuff that you buy during college, the 30 racks and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what Fernando got, like a Coors Light, like big box.
That will last.
I think he's the only one that drank it, and I think he drank all of them.
all of them.
Maybe his brother probably drank them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, but that's great. Yeah. Yay! I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a great time, but I'm so like, I have decided that I'm doing 30 for 30, which is not a thing that exists. I just made it up in my head. But I turned 30 years old, so I'm doing like 30 days of like no drinking, exercise every single day, just kind of like a cleanse. Yeah, just drinking a lot of tea, a lot of water, and just like take a break.
Yeah. Just in time for New Year's Eve, and then you're going to get trashed again. No, I'm just kidding. I
definitely won't be getting trashed on New Year's Eve, but we are doing like a little Christmas get-together in Big Bear, which is like a winter ski resort type of situation. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
That's next month in like the middle of the month. So it'll be exactly like 30 days. And then I'll be like, okay, I can have a drink now. I'll probably just chill, you know?
Yeah.
But I just know I'm going to feel a lot better. I feel like I've just been like going. It's just like been a lot recently. So I'm ready to just do a little reset, feel good about the next coming year, and just everything that's to come.
Good. Very good. Good. Well, dirty 30. Let's go.
More like sleepy 30.
Yeah.
More like relax, hang out with your dog and your cat 30. Read a book goodness. 30.
Yeah, I'm 30 now. It's time to read books.
I'm going to write a book. Yeah.
You should.
Before I turn 40, I'm going to write a book.
All right. I can't wait.
Maybe 2. The first one's good.
I guess that's it for today.
Yeah.
I think I hope everybody has a great holiday.
Yeah,
and whatever you're doing,
or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving, but
no, whatever your holiday entails.
Whether
I hope
you're
it's amazing.
Hanging out with your family or you're all alone like me, just know You're not alone.
You're not alone.
We're alone together.
Yes. But yeah, we hope you guys have a great holiday, and we'll see you guys after that probably. Well, unless you check out our streams, we might stream before the holiday, but
yeah.
So you
But
can
we'll
check us
see you
out and
guys
hang
next
out with
week
us there.
for the next episode of the Materia Girls Pod.
Yes. Podcast.
Love you guys.
Yes.
Have a good week. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye.